Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about a book that really genuinely shifted something deep inside me, and it's called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It by Kim Ravikant. Now, if you're like me, you might hear Love Yourself and think, oh, another self-help book with fluffy advice. But trust me, this one is different. It's not about warm fuzzy feelings all the time, it's raw, it's honest, and it is incredibly practical. It's about a simple yet profound idea that literally changed the author's life. And honestly, reading it made me think about my own life in a whole new way. Kim Ravikant, the author, found himself in a really dark place back in 2011. His company had failed, he had gone through a painful breakup, and he'd just lost a dear friend suddenly. He says, to say I was depressed would have been a good day. He hit rock bottom, completely miserable, and in that moment of desperation he made a vow to himself. He actually wrote it down in his notebook. This day, I vowed to myself to love myself, to treat myself as someone I love truly and deeply in my thoughts. My actions, the choices I make, the experiences I have, each moment I'm conscious, I make the decision and love myself. He says he felt like he was carving the words into the paper, through the desk. That's the intensity we're talking about here, what he realized. And what this book hammers home is that loving yourself isn't a one-and-done kind of deal. It's a practice, just like going to the gym for your body. You don't just lift weights once and expect to be ripped forever, right? It takes consistency, commitment, and vigilance. He explains that your mind is designed to adapt, and if you keep feeding it a certain thought, it has no choice but to respond. So why love and not just like or accept? Camus' theory is that the concept of love is deeply wired into us from the moment we're born. Even on a primal subconscious level, it bypasses our conscious mind, going straight to where the real magic happens. Your body knows that love nurtures, accepts, and heals. Your job isn't to make it heal, just to give it the input pure, deep love. Now, how do you actually do this? Camus breaks it down into 4 simple yet incredibly powerful practices. He calls them the 4 pillars first. There's the mental loop. This is basically repeating I love myself over and over again, silently in your head or even out loud. Think of your thoughts as pathways or grooves in your mind, like water carving a river into rock. Most of us have old negative grooves that run on autopilot, causing fear, sadness, procrastination. The goal here is to create a new, deeper groove of self-love. He says it doesn't matter if you believe it at first, just focus on that one thought with emotional intensity. It's like cleaning a dirty window. You're not fighting the darkness, you're letting the light in. And yes, your mind will probably rebel, throwing up all sorts of fears and doubts, which he calls hallucinated snakes. You just have to gently, consistently return to the loop. Next is a meditation. Camus suggests meditating for about 7 minutes each day, ideally to the same piece of soothing instrumental music. You sit comfortably, close your eyes, and imagine a beam of light flowing into your head from above, spreading throughout your body. As you inhale, you think I love myself, and as you exhale, you simply let out whatever comes up, any thoughts, emotions, or feelings without judgment. The music becomes an anchor, helping your mind enter a peaceful state. This practice is about allowing the light to enter and do its healing work. Then there's the mirror practice. This one, he admits, can feel a little scary or even foolish, but it's powerful. You stand a few inches from a mirror, look deeply into your own eyes. He suggests focusing on your left eye, and gently repeat, I love myself for 5 minutes. The key here is to look into your eyes, where there is no escape from the truth. It's a direct, visceral way to communicate love to your physical self, bypassing all the judgments we usually make about our appearance. It anchors that love physically, making you fall in love with yourself. Finally, the one question. This is for when you're out in the world, dealing with people or difficult situations that might trigger old negative patterns. When you find yourself reactive or caught in a bad thought loop, you ask yourself, if I love myself truly and deeply, would I let myself experience this? Or, if I loved myself truly and deeply, what would I do? He says the answer is always a clear no to suffering. And it shifts your focus instantly from darkness to love. It empowers you to make a conscious choice rather than just reacting. For example, when he was scared to publish the book because of what Silicon Valley might think, he asked himself this question. And the answer was clear: share his truth. Now, a lot of people might ask, but what if I don't believe I love myself at first? What if it feels fake? Kamal is very clear: it doesn't matter what you believe initially. Your job is simply to lay down the pathways. Brick by brick, the mind and body will respond automatically. The old fear-based thoughts are just hallucinated snake illusions that lose their power once you recognize them as such. The book then goes deeper, giving you a manual on how to refine and sustain this practice. One crucial step he introduces is forgiving yourself. He emphasizes that you can't truly be free or even forgive others until you've forgiven yourself. He suggests a powerful exercise: go somewhere quiet, write down everything you hold against yourself. No holding back, feel all the emotions that rise and then write that you forgive yourself. After that, you destroy the paper, tear it up, burn it, throw it in the ocean, a symbolic act of letting it all go. It's about releasing the shackles of the past before you step into your future. He also touches on the common trap of coasting. He openly admits that after his initial transformation, he got lazy. When life got good, he stopped doing the practices as consistently, and things started to slide. This led to another painful breakup, and he had to return to the practice with desperation. This part of the book is particularly impactful because he shares his vulnerability, his fall, and his arduous climb back up. Using the very tools he wrote about, he learned that excellence does not coast. He also explores the idea of childhood strings. He talks about how past traumas, like his mother leaving him as a child due to his father's abuse, created deep-seated patterns. When relationships ended, it wasn't the adult him reacting, but the terrified little boy pulling the strings. The solution: to actively go back and give that younger self the love he needed then in the present. It's another powerful way to heal from within. Kamal says that once you truly commit to loving yourself, something truly remarkable happens. You start to experience magic. Opportunities appear, synchronicities occur, and life just starts to work in ways you couldn't have planned. He even goes so far as to say you should expect magic, like expecting the sun to rise. He believes we're connected to something bigger than me, whether you call it life, God, or the universe. When you love yourself, life loves you back. So, if you're wondering, is this just affirmations? Why repetitions are involved? Kamal argues it's deeper. It's about feeling the emotion, creating those deep neural grooves, and fundamentally rewiring your brain. It's not just about what you think, but what you feel and what you choose to do based on that feeling. He saw it happen to himself, and he's seen it happen for countless readers. Another valuable lesson, especially for maintaining consistency, is to create rituals. Just like brushing your teeth, make the self-love practices automatic parts of your day. He also suggests tracking your practice on a calendar to stay accountable, and having a line in the sand, a bare minimum practice you will never skip. Even in tough days for him, it's the daily meditation. This book is a powerful reminder that our internal state, our thoughts and emotions directly affects our external reality. If you're caught in negative loops, that's what your life will reflect. But if you consciously choose to plant seeds of love and nourish them, your life will transform. My biggest takeaway and my advice to you is to give this practice a real shot. Kamal recommends committing for at least a month, going all in. Track your progress, establish your rituals, and hold that line in the sand. The results, he promises, are worth it. You won't recognize your life. In a world that often teaches us to look outward for validation and happiness, Kamal Ravikant reminds us that the most important relationship we'll ever have is the one with ourselves. And as he profoundly states, you exist, you must shine. And when you love yourself, you naturally shine.